Well, it's an enormous challenge, it seems, to have a year's worth of necessities in store at all times. It's a lot of material. Uh, Hundreds of pounds of food, basically. Preferably dehydrated if at all possible. I think I've calculated probably up to 10 5-gallon buckets worth of food for just one person. That's quite a bit of cubic feet worth of storage space that would be needed, and that doesn't include water, of course. And keeping a year's supply of water, that's a lot of water to keep on hand. Not just drinking water. I mean, just water in general. I mean, how much water you think you use a year? A couple gallons a month at the least. I mean, a couple thousand gallons a month at the least. So, you know, 15, 20,000 gallons a year. That's not really viable to store up that much water. But got to have a year's supply worth of filters at least, and a water supply that's not going to fail on you. I think in the Bible they used to have water supplies that would they had cisterns dug everywhere. They were like these big pools of water dug into the rock, and that's what they used for emergencies. I don't know what their capacity was, but they kept cisterns in case they were invaded or something, and they had or the springs failed or something, just for emergencies. Not sure how many cisterns they had, but they had them spread out. But it's still a lot. I mean, even if I only had to store, say 15, 18, 20 5-gallon buckets sized worth of storage, it's still quite a bit of material to store, and just to buy it, that's a lot of money for a year's supply of food. Even if you buy it in bulk and cheap, it's still you're gonna spend, man, probably thousands of dollars worth of food. So what I'm gonna do is probably just try to build it up month to month and just see how close I can get to a year's backlog. So basically, I'm gonna be storing it all in 5-gallon buckets. I think's where I'm gonna go, and just go with dehydrated stuff, just dry stuff mostly in bulk. From bulkfoods.com, that's where I'm gonna get a lot of my stuff, I think. But anyway, being able to store it like that, just dehydrated, probably be my best bet. But I'm just gonna store it in 5-gallon buckets and just rotate my stock. But it's still gonna be a challenge just to be able to get used to it, rotating my stock all the time, every month replacing what I used the month before. I think that's probably what I'll end up doing once I get my stock built up to a year's backlog. I'll be, man, it might take me a few years to get there. I don't know, to be able to backlog that much food. And I don't really have, like most people, I guess, don't have thousands of extra dollars lying around, that I could just spend on stuff like that. Anyway, it's a challenge.